Namaste everyone. My name is Paulina. Showing up on the mat is already a great achievement. You can be very proud of yourself. Self-discipline is developing through months or years of practice, and multiple slips away happen to bounce back on the track. Do not give up and be harsh on yourself. Self-discipline is a training of the mind. The body and mind are interconnected. Did you notice how your perception is changing your practice? If you put a lot of inner resistance into whatever you're doing, your body will suddenly feel more tired and in pain. It is a constant battle with yourself to be consistent. It is not about blaming yourself for your failures. The failures are a natural part of the process of self-growth. Just remember to try again and again and don't be attached to the past. Every time it will feel easier to come back and start from the beginning. Eventually, you will make a strong foundation and your practice will become a natural part of your daily routine, like when you are brushing your teeth. The feeling after your practice will empower you physically and mentally. It took me 2 years to work out my routine, and even now I have my personal battles to win every day. Our body naturally seeks comfort and doesn't want to put in the effort. Push yourself when there is a time for it, and relax fully when there is a time for it. Make time for both. Everything needs a balance. Observe your mind and your inner resistance to the situations. Take your practice off the mat. Yesterday we talked about samadhi. Samadhi is the ultimate goal on the path of yoga. It is an effortless state, when the feeling of time no longer exists. The ego dissolves and we understand that our individual soul, the Atman, is a part of the universal soul, the Brahman. We are all connected. We are all one. We can see Atmans in others and connect with them on that level. We are in the state of great bliss and fulfillment. Our heart is open and we can see the truth. On the path to samadhi, we are becoming less and less attached to experiences. We are going more into simplicity, quality and peace, making conscious actions and living close to our truth. There are sacred books that were the milestones in the history of yoga. One of the most significant books is the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali. Sutras mean the threads or formulas. Patanjali is known as the father of modern yoga. He was a Hindu author, mystic and philosopher. He lived between the 2nd and the 4th centuries of the current era. In his book, he presented different practices and theories about human nature. He created the idea about 8 petals or limbs of yoga, which are leading us on the path to enlightenment. 8 stages of yoga together form the lotus flower, the symbol of samadhi. On our yoga journey, we will learn about our relationship with others, the external world through yamas, relationship with ourselves, our internal world through niyamas, how to access the mind through our body, asana, moving the energy through the breath, pranayama, the withdrawal of our senses into the mind, pratyahara, concentration, dharana, meditation, dhyana, and total absorption, samadhi. We will go step by step through all the stages in the following classes. The movements of the psychic nature are perpetually objects of perception, since the spiritual man, who is the lord of them, remains unchanging. This is the quote from the book, the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali. For today's practice, we will need 2 blocks, or you can use thick books, a cushion or folded blanket, and a strap or a belt. As always, we will need to listen to our body to find our limits. After some time, the edge will move and you will be able to go further in your practice. You are exactly where you should be in your practice. Do not force anything. Today we will start from a standing position. Hands in a prayer position. Take a deep breath. And another. And one more. And on the exhalation, mantra Om. Exhale and hands down by the side of your thighs. Look forward. Inhale, relax. Legs at hip distance apart. Micro bend in your knees. Draw your belly slightly in. Roll your shoulders down. Open your chest. The chin slightly lifted. Mountain pose. Inhale, raise your arms over your head. Interlace your fingers, palms facing down. Look forward. Keep your shoulders in a line with your ears. Step with your right foot to the left side, crossing your legs. Hold on to your right wrist and gently pull your shoulder up and over towards your left side. Look forward. Uncross your legs and change the side. Step with your left foot to the right side, cross your legs and hold onto your left wrist. Gently pull your shoulder up and over towards your right side. Relax your gaze. Uncross your legs, place your hands on the waist. Slowly turn your head to your right side and to the left side. Go back to the right side and to the left side, as if you were saying no. Repeat a few times. Go back to neutral. Now slowly bend your head forward. Relax for a moment. Then backward. Relax for a moment. Repeat a few times as if you were saying yes. Go back to neutral. Roll your shoulders forward, starting with small circles and moving towards the bigger ones. Change the direction and roll your shoulders backward just for a few moments. Make a fist from your palms and now engage your whole arms in the rotational movement backward, starting with small circles and going into bigger ones. Now forward. You can stand wider for this one. Place your palms at the back of your hips and start circular movements in any direction you want. Then reverse the direction. Go back to the center. Interlace your fingers behind your back. Look up. Open your chest. Gently lift your arms as high as possible. Release your arms and try to give up the control over your arms completely. Twist from side to side and let your arms swing using the momentum of your movement. Stand in hip distance apart. Shift your weight onto your left leg. Place your palms on the waist. Bend your right knee and lift it up. Point your toes and rotate your hip to your right side. Touch the ground with your toes and rotate your hip back to the middle. Touch the ground and lift your leg. Repeat a few times. Stand strong on your standing leg. Keep your drishti focus on a stable point in front of you. Place your leg on the floor. Shake your left leg out. Repeat on the other side. Lift your left leg, point your toes, squeeze your glutes. Rotate your hip and touch the ground with your toes pointed. Rotate inwards. Go back to the middle, touch the ground, and lift your leg. Repeat a few times. Place your leg on the floor. Shake your right leg out. Bend your right knee at 90 degrees angle. Rotate your knee in any direction. Then reverse the direction. Now let's do the same with the ankle. And change the direction. Place the foot on the ground and change the leg. Rotate your knee in one direction and the other direction. Now let's do the same with the ankle. And change the direction. Place the foot on the ground. Keep your hands by the side of your thighs. Look up and then down, slowly rolling your shoulders forward, keeping your arms loose, bending your knees and rolling yourself down vertebra by vertebra, eventually meeting your belly with the thighs. Relax your whole body and let gravity to do its work. Stay here for a couple of breaths. You can swing from side to side. Investigate where your body can relax and stretch slightly more. Release your arms towards the floor. Inhale, raise your right arm up, keep your left knee bent, straighten your right leg. Open your chest, point your fingers towards the ceiling, look up towards your palm. Your arms are in a vertical line. Exhale, hand down. Bend your knees, connect your belly with the thighs. Inhale, raise your left arm up, keep your right knee bent and straighten your left leg. Look at the arm up. Expanding and extending with every breath. Keep your fingers together and relax your palms. Exhale, hand down. Bend your knees, belly touching the thighs. On the inhalation, keep relaxing your neck. Squeeze your glutes and push through the feet. Start to straighten your legs and slowly roll yourself up, vertebra by vertebra, to the upright position. Opening your chest. Your neck is last. Look forward. Stay still. Close your eyes. Notice how the breath flows through your body. Use your inner eyes to observe your inner world. Feel how 3 corners of your feet are distributing the weight evenly. Bend your knees slightly and start to shake your body up and down slowly. Try not to move your head and keep your heels on the ground. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Make your arms feel free, gently jumping up and down, giving up the need to control. The gravity is enough. Play with this motion. Imagine that this is the first level of shaking. Once we feel ready, we can speed up to level 2, still keeping your head straight and still, and your feet on the ground. This is the shaking medicine. We can observe that the animals are shaking when they want to release stress. We can release tension in the same way. Now let's speed up to the highest level, as fast as you can, still keeping your heels on the ground and your head straight. Shake it out. Observe what is happening inside your body and mind. Long, slow, deep breath. LSD breath. Now let's come back to level 2 of the shaking. And to level 1. Finally, stand in stillness. Resist the urge to move. Integrate the experience. Take a deep breath. And another. And one more. Come back to your natural breath. Slowly open your eyes. Inhale, raise your arms, palms together. Look towards your palms. Exhale, slight back bend. Inhale, come back to the center. Exhale, tuck your tailbone slightly and bend forward, hinging from your hips. Inhale, look up, halfway lift. Draw your belly in. Use the blocks if you need to. If you feel any pain in your lower back, curl your spine slightly. Bend your knees. Exhale, fold forward. Look towards your navel. Inhale, bend your knees and step with your right foot back. Place the knee on the floor and tuck your toes. Use the cushion under your knee if you feel any pain. Keep the front knee bent, either before or in a line with your ankle. Inhale, raise your hands over your head. Look towards your palms. Bend your back, but keep your core strong by drawing your belly in. Exhale, place your palms on the floor. Step your left foot back. Plank pose. Inhale there. Exhale, knees, chest, chin to the floor. Inhale, slide forward, baby cobra, look up. Exhale, transition through the tabletop to downward facing dog. 3 breaths there. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step your left foot forward in between your hands. Place the knee on the floor and tuck your toes. Keep your front knee either before or in a line with your ankle. Inhale, raise your arms over your head. Look towards your palms. Gentle back bend. Keep your core strong, draw your belly in. Exhale, place your palms on the floor. Inhale, step your back foot forward in between your hands. Straighten your legs, long spine, flat back, halfway lift. Use the blocks if you need to. Exhale, fold forward, bend your knees, curl your spine. Look towards your navel. Inhale, bend your knees, squeeze your glutes and raise yourself all the way up, arms over your head. Exhale, hands down, mountain pose. Place your hands on the waist. Draw your belly in. Shift your weight onto your left leg and raise your right leg with the knee bent. Roll your shoulders down, relax your neck. Look forward. Inhale, straighten your leg, keeping it in a horizontal line or as high as possible. Exhale, bend your knee. Inhale, straighten your leg. Exhale, bend. Work with your breath. Try to slow down your breathing. Slow and controlled movement. Even when you are bending your knee, do this with resistance, as if you were moving through thick honey. The last one, inhale, straighten your leg, hold. Exhale, release your leg, shake it out. Stand still. Compare the two sides of your body. Shift the weight onto your right leg and raise your left knee up. Roll your shoulders down, relax your neck, look forward. Inhale, straighten your leg. Exhale, bend. Work with your breath. The last one. Inhale, straighten your leg, hold. Exhale, release the leg, shake it out. Stand still, feel what is happening in your body now. Inhale, raise your hands, palms together, look towards your palms. Exhale, tuck your tailbone slightly and bend forward, hinging from your hips. Inhale, look up, halfway lift, draw your belly in, use the blocks or bend your knees if you need to. Exhale, fold forward, look towards your navel. Inhale, bend your knees and step with your left foot back, your right foot follows, plank pose. Inhale there. Exhale, knees, chest, chin to the floor. Inhale, slide forward, cobra, look up. Exhale, transition through the tabletop to downward facing dog. Inhale there. Exhale, lower your hips back into plank pose. Inhale, raise your hips into downward facing dog. Exhale, plank pose. Inhale, go back to downward facing dog. Exhale there. Move your left leg to the middle of the mat. Inhale, raise your right leg up with your toes pointed. Keep your hips facing the front of the mat. Exhale, bend your knee and step forward in between your hands. Place your left knee on the ground. Untuck your toes, open your chest, look forward. Use the blocks if you can't reach the floor and a cushion under your knee if you feel any discomfort. The front knee is in a line with your ankle. Move your foot to the outside of the right arm. Twist your torso and open your hip, gently pressing against the thigh. Balance on the outer edge of your foot. Look towards the ceiling. Twisted dragon. Gently bring your knee to the center. Place your palms on the ground and walk with your right foot back in between your palms. On the inhalation, raise your right palm over your head. Point your fingers towards the ceiling. Follow the palm with your gaze. Draw your belly in. Revolved low lunge. Bend your back knee. Twist your torso and hold on to the back of your foot from the inside. Look back. If you can't reach your foot, that's fine. You can keep your knee bent and try to reach your foot or use a strap. Remember that you can always use a cushion to release the stress from your knee. Try to surrender your body to the discomfort. Exhale, slowly release your foot. Inhale, look forward. Lift your knee off the ground and step your front foot back to plank. Exhale, drop your knees, chest, chin on the floor. Inhale, slide forward into baby cobra or cobra. Exhale, roll yourself or transition through the tabletop into downward facing dog. 3 breaths there. Move your right leg to the middle of the mat. Inhale, raise your left leg up with your toes pointed. Keep your hips facing the front of the mat. Exhale, bend your knee and step forward in between your hands. Place your right knee on the ground. Untuck your toes, open your chest, look forward. Keep your knee in a line with your ankle. Remember that there is always an option to use the blocks or a cushion to make it more accessible for yourself. Move your foot to the outside of your left arm. Twist your torso and open your hip, gently pressing against the thigh. Balance on the outer edge of your foot. Look towards the ceiling. Twisted dragon. Gently bring the knee to the center. Place your palms on the ground and walk with your left foot back in between your palms. On the inhalation, raise your left palm over your head. Point your fingers towards the ceiling. Keep your gaze on the palm, draw your belly in. Revolved low lunge. Bend your back knee, twist your torso and hold onto the back of your foot from the inside. Look back. You can keep your knee bent and try to reach your foot or use a strap. Soften your body through the breath. Exhale, slowly release your foot. Inhale, look forwards, tuck your toes. Lift your knee off the ground and step your front foot back to plank. Exhale, drop your knees, chest and chin on the floor. Inhale, slide forward into baby cobra or cobra. Exhale, roll yourself or transition through the tabletop into downward facing dog. 3 breaths there. Move your left leg to the middle of the mat. Inhale, raise your right leg up with the toes pointed. Keep your hips facing the front of the mat. Exhale, bend your knee and step forward in between your hands. This time, keep your knee off the floor if you can. Step your right foot to the outside of your right hand. Squeeze your feet towards each other to engage the hip and leg muscles. Reach your chest forward, keeping your spine long. If you have a room, lower your forearms to the block or to the ground. Lizard pose. Inhale, bring yourself up. Move your foot to the place in between your hands and place your right leg at the back of your mat. Plank. Exhale, drop your knees, chest and chin on the floor. Inhale, slide forward into baby cobra, cobra or upper facing dog with your knees and thighs off the ground. Exhale, roll yourself or transition through the tabletop into downward facing dog. 3 breaths there. Move your right foot to the middle of the mat. Inhale, raise your left leg up with the toes pointed. Exhale, bend your knee and step forward in between your hands. Keep your knee off the floor if you can. Step your left foot to the outside of your palm. Squeeze your feet towards each other. Reach your chest forward. Lower your forearms to a block or to the ground, or simply place your hands on the block. Lizard pose. Inhale, bring yourself up. Move your foot to the place in between your hands and place your left leg at the back of your mat. Plank. Exhale, drop your knees, chest and chin on the floor. Inhale, slide forward into baby cobra, cobra or upper facing dog. Exhale, roll yourself or transition through the tabletop into downward facing dog. 3 breaths there. Exhale, drop your knees on the floor, sit on your heels, extend your arms forward, forehead towards the ground, child pose. Relax. Send your breath to your lower back. Inhale, find your way to downward facing dog. Move your left leg to the middle of the mat. Inhale, raise your right leg up with your toes pointed, hips squared. Exhale, bend your knee and step forward in between your hands. Drop your back heel and place your foot at 90 degrees angle. Open your hips to the side of your mat. Keep your front knee bent, either before or in a line with your ankle. Move your torso to the upright position and simultaneously swing your arms to the position where your arms are parallel to the ground. Place your drishti at your right hand. Straighten your front leg on the inhalation and bend your knee one more time on the exhalation. Accommodate your body in the position. Maybe walk your back leg a little further. Ideally, your front foot should be at 90 degrees angle. Press through the outer edge of your back foot. Draw your belly in, lengthen your spine and soften the base of your neck. Inhale, straighten your front leg. Exhale, bend your front knee and swing your palms down to the front of your mat. Step with your foot to the back of your mat into plank pose. Inhale there. Exhale, drop your knees, chest and chin on the floor. Inhale, slide forward into baby cobra, cobra or upper facing dog. Exhale, roll yourself or transition through the tabletop into downward facing dog. Move your right leg to the middle of the mat. Inhale, raise your left leg up with the toes pointed, hips squared. Exhale, bend your knee and step forward in between your hands. Drop your back heel and place your foot at 90 degrees angle. Open your hips to the side of your mat. Keep your front knee bent, either before or in a line with your ankle. Move your torso to the upright position and simultaneously swing your arms to the position where your arms are parallel to the ground. Look at your left hand. The chest is open to the wider side of your mat. Straighten your front leg on the inhalation and bend your knee one more time on the exhalation. Maybe walk your back leg a little further. Your front knee should be bent at 90 degrees angle. Press through the outer edge of your back foot. Draw your belly in, lengthen your spine and soften the base of your neck. Inhale, straighten your front leg. Exhale, bend your front knee and swing your palms down to the front of your mat. Step with your foot to the back of your mat into plank pose. Inhale there. Exhale, drop your knees, chest and chin on the floor. Inhale, slide forward into baby cobra, cobra or upper facing dog. Exhale, roll yourself or transition for the tabletop into downward facing dog. Move your left leg to the middle of the mat. Inhale, raise your right leg up. Exhale, bend your knee and step forward in between your hands. Drop your back heel and place your foot at 90 degrees angle. Inhale, move your torso to the upright position. Straighten your front leg. This time, place the front foot at 90 degrees angle and turn your head back to the center. Walk your heels and your toes in and find the position where you feel grounded with your legs active. Your fingers stay together and your palm is relaxed. Bring the heels slightly outwards and your toes slightly inwards. Micro bend in your knees. Inhale, extend through the crown of your head, long spine, draw your belly in. Exhale, bend forward, placing your palms on the floor in front of you, as close to a line with your feet as possible. If you can't reach the ground, place your palms on the blocks. Inhale, halfway lift, straight back. Exhale, bend forward, chin to the chest. Look towards your navel. Bring your shoulders away from your ears, long back of the neck. Press through the outer edges of your feet. Take 3 long, deep breaths there. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale there. Squeeze your glutes. Inhale, bend your knees and lift yourself all the way up. Move your heels inwards, leaving the toes pointing out at a 45-degree angle. Bend your elbows at 90 degrees. Palms are facing forward. And on the exhalation, bend your knees and lower your bottom down, still keeping your torso in the upright position. Hold. Inhale, straighten your legs slowly. Exhale, bend your knees and squat. Hold. Inhale, straighten your legs. Exhale, bend your knees and go down. Hold for 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, straighten your legs. Jump or walk to the center of the mat. Then move to the front of the mat. Inhale, raise your hands, palms together, look up. Exhale, slight back bend. Inhale, come back to the center. Exhale, tuck your tailbone slightly and bend forward, hinging from your hips. Inhale, look up, halfway lift, draw your belly in, use the blocks or bend your knees if you need to. Exhale, fold forward. Look towards your navel. Inhale, bend your knees and step with your right foot back. Left foot follows. Plank pose. Inhale there. Exhale, knees, chest, chin to the floor. Inhale, slide forward, baby cobra, cobra or upper facing dog. Look up. Exhale, roll yourself or transition through the tabletop into downward facing dog. 3 breaths there. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step your left foot forward in between your hands, your right foot follows. Inhale, straighten your legs, long spine, flat back, halfway lift. Exhale, bend forward, use the blocks if you need to, or bend your knees. Inhale, bend your knees, squeeze your glutes and raise yourself all the way up, arms over your head. Exhale, hands down, Tadasana, mountain pose. Inhale, bend your knees and come into chair pose. Shift the weight onto your left foot and look at the fixed point in front of you. Bring your arms out to the sides for balance. Lift your right leg and cross it over your left thigh as high up as you can. Squeeze your thighs together. Hook the top of your right foot behind your left calf or point your foot towards the floor, or place the big toe on the floor or a block for support. Exhale and take your right arm underneath your left. Bend your elbows, pointing your fingers to the sky. Bring the back of your hands towards each other. Take hold of the left thumb with your right hand if you can, or press the back of your hands together. Slightly lift your elbows. If you have tight arms, you can grab your shoulders instead. Keep the base of your neck, your face and jaw relaxed. Hold, eagle pose. To come out of this pose, uncross your arms and legs and come back to mountain pose. Shake your left foot. Let's do the other side. Inhale, bend your knees and go into chair pose. Bring your arms out to the sides for balance. Bring the weight into your right foot and gaze at the fixed point ahead of you. Hook the top of your left foot behind your right calf or place your big toe on the floor or a block for support. Exhale, take your left arm underneath your right or grab your shoulders instead. Sink deeper into the posture. Eagle pose. Inhale, uncross your arms and legs and go back to Tadasana. Shake your right foot. Check up with your feelings. Stand with your feet mat distance apart. Inhale, bring your hands in a prayer position. Exhale, keep your core strong and squat into a garland pose. Your knees are tracking in the same direction as your feet. Keep your spine long and your torso forward as much as possible. Inhale there. Exhale, round your spine and sit on the floor. Hug your knees into your chest and allow yourself to roll into your back, giving yourself a little bit of a massage. You can rock back and forth or to the sides. Follow the body and whatever it needs. Release your legs. Lie down on the mat on your left side. Place your forearm on the floor with the back of your hand facing down. You can fold your mat to get more support for your elbow joint. Stack your knee on top of the other. Keep your knees bent. Your elbow should be under your shoulder. Right palm on the waist. Do not collapse your head to your shoulder. Keep your neck straight and long and your shoulder down. Engage your abdomen muscles. Press against the floor with your palm and lift your hips off the floor. Your body is in a straight line from the knees to the crown of your head. Keep your balance. Find a fixed point in front of you and keep your gaze on it. Hold for 20 seconds. Exhale, lower your hips. Let's do the other side. Lie down on the mat on your right side, forearm on the floor, back of your hand facing down. Stack your knee on top of the other, knees bent, elbow under your shoulder, straight head, shoulder down away from the ear. Place your left palm on your waist. Engage your abdomen muscles, press against the floor with your palms and lift your hips off the floor. Your body is in a straight line from the knees to the crown of your head. Keep your balance, drishti on a fixed point in front of you. And hold for 20 seconds. Exhale, lower your hip to the ground and place your palm on the floor. Well done. Lie down on your back with your knees bent. Place your arms alongside your body. Press through your heels gently and tuck your tailbone. Make sure that the gap between your back and the surface beneath you is closed. Chin to the chest. Inhale, lift your legs. Keep your knees bent at 90 degrees angle. The knees are in a line with your hips. There is a gap between them. Activate your belly muscles. On the exhalation, touch the ground with your toes of one foot. Inhale, go back to the initial position. Exhale, touch the ground with the toes of the other foot. Inhale, go back to the initial position. Now working with your breath, do it on your own for the next 30 seconds. Slow, controlled movement. Working on your core will enable access to more advanced poses. Try to do it while engaging more and more your belly muscles rather than your back. Do not use shortcuts. Great! You can release your feet to the ground. Turn on your side and support yourself to come to the seated position with your legs straight. Bend your right knee and place your ankle close to your hip. Your knees are at hip distance apart or wider. Remove the flesh of your calf by lifting it up if necessary. Inhale, lengthen your spine, raise your arms. Open your chest, pull the belly in and up. Exhale, bend forward as much as possible, placing the hands on your leg or on the floor next to your leg, or maybe holding on the outside of your foot. If this is difficult for you, sit on the edge of the cushion or a folded blanket. If you have a strap or a belt, place it at the ball of your foot. Do not twist your torso. Try to lower both sides of your body evenly. Inhale, halfway lift if you are not already there. Find a length in your spine. Exhale, bend forward slightly more. Work with the movement of your breath. Expansion on the inhalation and space created during the exhalation. One leg folded, forward fold. Inhale, lift yourself slowly all the way up. Do not change the position of your knees. Exhale, place your palms behind you and start to walk them back as much as possible, eventually placing your forearm on the floor. Keep your chin to the chest or slowly release your head back, looking behind you. Be careful with your knees. Take a step back if there is too much stress in this area. Inhale, bring your chin to the chest and slowly walk yourself back to the center. Release your leg, shake it out. Change the side, bend your left knee. Inhale, raise your arms, tuck your tailbone slightly, lengthen your spine. Exhale, bend forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bend forward. Inhale, slowly go back to the center. On the exhalation, place your palms behind you and start to walk them back, placing your forearms on the floor. Keep your chin to the chest or slowly release your head back and look behind you. Be careful with your knees. Take a step back if there is too much stress in this area. Inhale, bring your chin to the chest and slowly walk yourself back to the center. Release your leg, shake it out. Keep your feet together. Inhale, raise your arms, stretch your spine, draw your belly in and slightly tuck your tailbone. Exhale, fold forward, still maintaining the length of the spine. Bend your knees if you need to. It's more important to connect your belly with the thighs than to touch your toes with your back straight. Grasp your big toes with your index and middle fingers. You can also place your hands at any place on your legs, sit on the edge of the cushion or use a strap at the ball of your feet. Choose your variation. Inhale, lengthen your spine, halfway lift. Exhale, bend forward slightly more. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale there. Inhale all the way up. And start to roll yourself down to lay on your mat. Bend your knees and hug it into your chest. Place your feet on the floor at hip distance. Your chest is open with your arms on the sides. Exhale, bring your legs over to the right side. Hook your right foot onto your knee. Relax your breath. Inhale, let's go to the center. Exhale, bring your legs over to the left side. Hook your left foot onto your knee. Go back to the center. Walk with your heels a little wider than your hips and closer to your hips. Keep your arms alongside the body. The back of your palm is facing down. Make sure that you can almost touch your heels with the tops of your fingers. There should be about a centimeter gap. Heels are slightly out and your toes in. Press through the feet and tuck your tailbone. Make sure that the lower back is glued to the surface beneath you. Keep your chin close to your chest. Inhale, press with your feet as you lift your hips off the floor as high as possible. Draw your legs together without actually moving them. Press through your heels to lift your hips up. Hold. Exhale, release. Spread your knees wide and open your hips. Try to keep the soles of your feet together, letting the knees to fall down to the sides. Relax your body. For this one, it's good to use the blocks underneath your knees. It will allow you to feel more comfortable. Place your arms in any comfortable position you want. Take a deep breath. Let's practice the box breathing technique. Close your mouth and let's breathe through the nose. We will inhale for 4 seconds, hold the breath for 4, exhale for 4, and hold the breath for 4. Take the inhalation and the exhalation to synchronize. Inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold for 4, 3, 2, 1. In for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold for 4, 3, 2, 1. Out for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold for 4, 3, 2, 1. In. Hold. Out. Hold. Do it on your own. Now relax your breath. Go back to your natural rhythm. Observe your inner world. How do you feel now? Take a back seat and look at what is happening in your mind. If there are any thoughts, just observe them. Try not to judge them. Simply notice them and let them go. Remember that you are not your thoughts, and you are able to master your mind and control your inner narration. Accept them and let them fade away. Focus on your breath. Investigate where the air is going in your body. How do you feel taking a breath and expanding your chest? How do you feel while emptying your lungs? Can you notice the difference in the temperature? Cold air in, warm air out. Coming back to our body, move your toes and your fingers gently. Reach with your arms over your head and stretch out. Roll yourself to your favorite side. Rise to sit without opening your eyes. Bring your thumbs in between your eyebrows. May we be able to see things with clarity through our intuition. Thumbs touching your lips. May we be able to speak words of truth, kindness and compassion. Bring your thumb to the heart center. May we be able to connect to our soul through the truth of our hearts. Thank you for today. Have a great day.